Hi guys, I'm Snowden, the fat loss and performance coach Kapow. Today's video then is all about resisting temptation, and I'm just going to give you my top tips to help you do that. So number one then is think abstractedly, okay? So a great example of how to think abstractedly here then, okay, is think about what you're going to be doing in the next 10 minutes, okay? You could be quite clear, you're going to be feeling a certain way, you're going to be hearing certain things, you're going to be saying certain things, you're going to be in a certain situations you know is more likely to be happen. Compare that to if you think abstractedly 10 years from now, what are you going to be doing? You can't give me a more definitive, clearer picture because it's so far away. You're thinking so far ahead. There's no clear field of thought. Whereas in the 10 minutes, there's a little bit more likely you can imagine what's going to be taking place and what exactly is going to happen. So think abstractedly. Number two then is avoid thinking in photos. So for instance, in the Neuro-Linguistic Program or NLP, we use a technique where we go through what's known as the submodalities checklist. So it's basically where we find out all the emotions connected to a certain thing or event. And then we basically go through that list and change it. So if you was to imagine now a nice chocolate cake, okay, nice and shiny and glimmering and glistering, you can imagine the textures, the taste, the light, fluffy center of the sponge, the filling, nice creamy filling that's so sweet and succulent. And on top of that is some of your favorite biscuits, I don't know, like Oreos, or it's a beautiful red velvet Oreo cake that you might have got from Flake and Bake or something like that. But if I just think of a 2D photograph of a red cake, there's not really any emotional attachment to that. So I'm changing the perception of the food. So rather than thinking of it as this sexy, shiny, glimmering food, actually it's a 2D object, and there's not much emotional attachment to that whatsoever. And number three, imagine something else. So if you are imagining having some red velvet cake in all its glory, think of something else that's not quite as sexy, okay? Remember in Austin Powers where he tries to distract himself by thinking of naked Margaret Thatcher on a cold day? If that's what it takes to kind of distract you from the temptation ahead, well then that's what you got to do. So they're my three top tips to help you resist temptation. Guys, hope that helps. Keep it real.